Good morning, students. In today's topic, we will take the fundamental concepts in organic reaction mechanisms. As you know, in organic reaction, the organic molecules they react with an appropriate attacking agent and leads to the formation of one or more intermediate and then the final products. It means organic compound when an attacking reagent attack on the organic compound, some intermediate is formed and then the final products are generated. In general, a molecule whose carbon is involved in new bond formation is called as substrate and the other one is called as the reagent. So this is the attacking molecule is reagent and on which it attacks, that organic compound is known as the substrate. If both the reactant supply carbon to new bond, then choice is arbitrary, and in that case the molecule on which attention is focused is called as a substrate. So this is the case when both attacking reagent and organic compound provide carbon atom. So in that case the molecule on which we have to focus our attention is known as the substrate. Now this is the example. In case of ethene, bromine is the attacking reagent on the ethene and ethene is substrate and the final product is dibromoethane, 1,2-dibromoethane. In such a reaction, a covalent bond between two carbon atoms or a carbon and some other atom is broken and new bond is formed. Of course, when a chemical reaction takes place, you all know that new bonds are formed and the old bonds are broken. And then the reaction mechanism is a sequential account of each step describing detail of electron movement, energetics during bond cleavage and bond formation, and the rates of transformation of reactants and products, or the kinetics of the reaction, you can say the rate of reaction, is referred as the reaction mechanism. So reaction mechanism is a elaborate, or you can say a sequential account of each step, means how the reaction takes place, how the movement of electron takes place. The knowledge of reaction mechanism helps in understanding the reactivity of organic compound and its planning strategy for their synthesis. Also, this reaction mechanism defines the reactivity of an organic compound also. Now, the fission or cleavage of a covalent bond. There are two types of cleavage are there: a heterolytic and a homolytic cleavage. In heterolytic cleavage, the bond breaks in such a fashion that the shared pair of electron remains with one of the fragment. Heterolytic means which is not equal. Out of the two atoms, these when the bond break between the two atoms, the electron pair is taken up by the one atom only. After heterolysis, one atom has a sextet electron structure and a positive charge, and the other a valence octet with at least one lone pair and a negative charge. Or in other words, you can see here bromomethane. When the bond is broken between methyl group and bromo group, then the electron pair is taken up by bromo group and it will carry negative charge, and methyl group will get the positive charge and a carbocation will form. The organic reaction which proceed through heterolytic bond cleavage are called as ionic or heteropolar or just polar reactions. Now, in case of homolytic cleavage, one of the electron of the shared pair in a covalent bond goes with each of the bonded atom, means equal distribution of electron is there when the bond between two atoms is broken, and one bond means a pair of electrons, so one single electron will move towards both the atoms and there will be the formation of free radicals. Now, organic reaction which proceed by homolytic fission are called as free radical or homopolar or non-polar reactions. Now, reactive intermediates. In chemistry, a reactive intermediate or an intermediate is a short-lived, high-energy, highly reactive species which is formed during the reaction and is consumed to form product. Now, so reaction intermediate is you can say highly reactive species, or an intermediate compound is formed during the reaction and it is short lived, it is formed for very short time and it is consumed to form the product. For example, carbocation, free radical, carbanion and carbenes, etc. Now first we will take carbocation. Carbocation is a species having a carbon atom possessing sextext of electron, and a positive charge is called as carbocation. So the carbon bearing positive charge is called as the carbocation. Here CH3 with one positive charge is the carbonium ion or carbon. Now carbanions, carbon species carrying a negative charge on carbon atom is known as carbanion. It is formed by heterolytic bond cleavage in which carbon atom gets shared pair of electron. If carbon atom gets shared pair of electron, there will be negative charge on the carbon atom and a carbanion will form. So here the order of reactivity is or order of stability, you can say this methyl is more stable, carbanion is more stable than ethyl, then primary, then secondary, then tertiary. Order of stability. Then alkyl free radical, neutral species, that is atom or groups formed by homolytic cleavage of a covalent bond and which contains an unpaired electron are called as free radicals. Now free radicals, I have told you earlier, it is the result of this homolytic cleavage. When equal distribution of electron is there after the bond cleavage, then free radicals are formed, and free radicals are very reactive. Alkyl radicals are classified as primary, secondary or tertiary. Now electron displacement effects in covalent bonds. Two types of electron displacement effects. One is the permanent electron displacement effect. The electron displacements due to the influence of an atom or a substituent group present in the molecule cause permanent polarization of the bond. Example is inductive effect, resonance effect and hyperconjugation. Then is the temporary electron displacement effect. Electron displacement in the presence of an appropriate attacking agent. So in case of permanent, you can see the electron displacement is due to the influence of an atom or a substituent group present in the molecule. Whereas in temporary, it is electron displacement in the presence of an appropriate attacking reagent. For example, electromeric effect or polarizability effect. Now the inductive effect, when a covalent bond is formed between two different atoms or you can say two atoms of different electronegativity, then the electron density is more towards the more electronegative atom. Now you can see this example, chloroethane. You can say the bond between carbon and chlorine is polar bond because chlorine is more electronegative than carbon. So it will carry negative charge and there will be partial positive charge on the first carbon, which induces polarity, or you can say which make the carbon-carbon bond or the bond between first carbon and second carbon also polar. It will also become polar, or it induces the polarity in the next carbon also. So this is inductive effect. Next is resonance effect. The resonance effect is defined as the polarity produced in the molecule by the interaction of two bonds or between a bond and a lone pair of electron present on adjacent atoms. So resonance effect is the polarity produced in the molecule by the interaction of two bonds. When two bonds interact, the polarity produced in the molecule is called as the resonance effect. The effect is transmitted through the chain. It is also known as mesomeric effect and designated as M effect. There are two types of resonance effect. One is the positive resonance effect and other is the negative resonance effect. Now the positive resonance effect or plus R effect, you can see from the example. In this effect, the transfer of electron is away from an atom or substituent group attached to the conjugated system. Here you can see the example of aniline. The pair of electron, they are moving away from the atom. Atom is nitrogen. In case of NH2, nitrogen, it has a lone pair of electron, and this is transferred to the benzene ring. The electron displacement makes certain position in the molecule of higher electron density. Now this is shown in this example. you can very well see the electron movement in this aniline molecule. With the arrow it is clear. Now you can see plus R effect is shown by halogen OH, OR, OCOR, NH2, NHR, substituted amines also, and amide also. Sorry, it is halogens, alcohol, ether, and then amines and substituted amines. Now the presence of alternate single and double bond in an open chain or cyclic system is termed as the conjugated system. So next is the minus R effect. This effect is observed when transfer of electron is towards the atom or substituent group attached to the conjugated system. Now you can see from the example nitrobenzene. Now the electron from benzene ring are moving towards the nitro group. So this effect is shown by carboxylic acid group, aldehydes, ketones, cyanides, and nitro group. Now electromeric effect, it is a temporary effect. The organic compounds having a multiple bond, that is double or triple bond, show this effect in the presence of attacking reagent only, and it is defined as the complete transfer of a shared pair of pi electron to one of the atoms joined by a multiple bond on the demand of an attacking reagent. So the effect is annual, that is cancelled as soon as the attacking reagent is removed from the domain of the reaction. So main emphasis is that this effect takes place in the presence of an attacking reagent only. It is represented by E, and the shifting of the arrow is shown by the curved arrow. There are two distinct types of electromeric effect, that is plus E and minus E. Positive electromeric effect, in this effect the pi electron of the multiple bond are transferred to that atom to which the reagent gets attached. It means here in the example you can see there is a ethene molecule, or the conjugate or carbon-carbon double bond is there, and when this pi bond breaks, the electron moves towards the first carbon. Now the attacking reagent attack to the carbon on which the electrons are transferred. So it is plus E effect. In case of negative E effect, you can see the carbonyl group is there. The electrons pi bond breaks between carbon and oxygen, and the electron move towards the oxygen. But this cyanide, that is the attacking reagent, will attack on the carbon. That is the on the atom on which the electrons are, or on the atom on which the electrons have not transferred. I mean to say, the attacking reagent attack on that atom other than the atom on which the electrons move. So when inductive and electromeric effect operate in opposite direction, the electromeric effect predominates. Now the most important concept is of hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is a general stabilizing interaction. It involves delocalization of electron of CH bond of an alkyl group directly attached to an atom of unsaturated system to an atom with an unshared p orbitals. So the electron of CH bond of the alkyl group enter into partial conjugation with the attached unsaturated system. In this case, this CH bond or you can say the electron of CH bond of the alkyl group, they enter into partial conjugation with the attached unsaturated system. So hyperconjugation is a permanent effect, and it may be regarded as no bond resonance. So it will be clear from this figure. For example, this is ethyl cation, in which the positively charged carbon atom has an empty p orbital, and the electron of one of the CH bond of an alkyl group can be delocalized into the empty p orbital. So it is clear from this figure. Now this type of overlapping stabilizes the carbocation because electron density from the adjacent bond helps in the dispersing the positive charge. So positive charge is dispersed and this carbocation gets stabilized. So